Hello, I'm Dionne, welcome to my studio, and today we are looking at the artist Chris Bolin. Now, Chris Bolin is such an important artist for really listening and soaking in a feeling, a moment in time, and capturing that moment in time. So environment, people, and how you are experiencing something right here, right now. So we're going to embrace that. And we're going to think about how he uses colour. His work is really big, so it's really expressive. And we're going to think about how he layers his artwork as well. And his artwork is not about things representing something, it's more abstract. And by that, it's more of a feeling of something. So I'd like you to really listen to what's around you. So at the moment, I'm here in my studio and I can hear rain falling down on the window that's above me. So for me, I'm really thinking about that sort of gloomy, wintry rain that's falling down, but I'm also thinking about the positive kind of day ahead. So I'm going to start to sort of think about some of those things. So I'd like you to do the same. So whether you're listening to music or whether you are on the ward and you're listening to all the busyness that's around you, or whether you're at home. So have a really good listen, just for a minute or so, and then start to think about what that looks like. Now, I know that sounds a bit strange, but I'd like you to embrace it. And I'd like you to really, really think about what colours you can see when you're listening. And we're going to enjoy working with different tools. So we're going to have our paintbrushes, but we're also going to have maybe a selection of bigger paintbrushes, or we're going to use the end of our paintbrushes to work with. So we're going to start off with a wash of colour. So I'm going to go with my nice bright yellow, and I'm thinking rain. Mine, so I'm going to fill it with my wash of colour for rain. So at this point, my paint that I'm using is actually quite watery, so I don't need to add any extra water, but it might be that you need to add a little bit of water on your brush before you pop it in the paint, so that it just moves across that surface a little bit easier. So this is like a little sort of window into your day that you're capturing here in your painting. So again, really listening, we're thinking about what shapes we can start seeing. So I'm going to get you to enjoy using the different tools that are in front of you, mainly paintbrushes, but the different sizes, and start to add in some of those shapes. And if you're listening to music, then this might be really obvious, but I'd like you to fill it as much as possible. And then you're going to spend longer on yours because you're going to sit and really listen, do a bit of painting, do a bit more listening, do a bit more painting, and really start to build up. I'm going to use the end of my paintbrush here to start adding in some of those other sounds. I'm just adding a few raindrops here. So you're going to fill and fill and fill with different colours, different textures. It might be that actually you'd like to take another brush. I've got a big pot of paintbrushes down here, and you'd like to move the paint around again. So I'd like you to really play with this one. So paint something, move it around, add things on top, and really explore the different surfaces of your paintbrush as well. So it might be that you use the side of your paintbrush. So you might scrape some of the paint down. It might be that you use the tip of your paintbrush. It might be that you use the end of your paintbrush. So I'd like you to really play with that and think about all the different possibilities of how you can make marks on the surface. So once you've done that, and you've done lots and lots and lots of listening, which I'm sure you'll be doing, I'd then like you to start thinking about building a frame. So you're going to take some bigger sheets of paper, and this is fun. You're going to start ripping them so you've got strips like this. And then you're going to stick them on so that you construct a frame. And it's going to be a very unique frame, but it's going to be completely made by you. So it's going to be an absolute one-off. So once you have ripped all of your paper out, then use some glue to start sticking it on. Now, the trick for this is to not drop it on the floor, but also to use the edges where you've got the straight edge to go on the outside, and then the softer ripped edge to go on the inside, and then you're going to slowly build your very own frame as well.